When doing the balance activity, I first took one star and placed it on the balance and a square and saw that the square was obviously heavier. So I then took another star. I then tried this with the circle and realized, wow, it's even heavier than the square. So I placed another star and realized it took 3 stars. I then did this with the triangle and realized that that was even heavier and I'd have to use 4 stars to balance. I then did it with the rhombus and realized I would need 5 stars to balance the balance. So when I was thinking about this, all I could, well now I had, this was covered before, but now I had to, I revealed it just to make sure that what I was doing was correct. But my first instinct was that yes, the star would be 1, the square would be 2, circle would be 3, the 4 would be, the triangle would be 4, and the rhombus would be 5. Because of the way I had placed it with the star in the beginning. But I also thought to myself, you know, there could be other values that these stand for, but I thought, you know, that wouldn't make much sense for an elementary school student. That wouldn't be very practical. That would be kind of hard for an elementary school student to figure out. And I realized that, you know, the only multiples of 2, 3, 4, and 5 that would really work well with this type of activity would be 1. Any other multiple would be much too high for an elementary school student to work with. I then tested this with 2 squares, so 2 times 2, which is 4, and then balancing that to a triangle, which is 4, and the balance balanced perfectly. I then did this with a circle, which is 3, a star, which is 1, and then a square, which is 2, just to make sure that this balanced also. I then also tried this with 1 rhombus, a square, which is 2, and a rhombus, which is 5, square, which is 2, and a circle, which is 3, and that also balances. It just shows that it works out. I really like this activity for students to like visualize that different shapes can have different values and that these values can be higher or lower, and this really shows that, and how when you combine some objects it can equal the value of a higher, in this case, a higher object. So I thought this was a really neat activity, and I would definitely do this in my classroom.